Good morning class 8 student. This is your math workbook of class 8. Now we are start chapter 5th, data handling. So student, first we know about the some important fact of this chapter. Now the use of these facts we will solve the questions in worksheet. So first is what is data handling and their properties. So first, raw data and unorganized form of data collected initially is called raw data. So what is raw data? So this is unorganized means कुछ आगे पीछे या फिर बिल्कुल सेट नहीं है। कोई भी जैसे सामान हमारा एक तरफ पड़ा होता है जो कि बिल्कुल सीक्वेंस से लगा नहीं होता या फिर सिस्टमेटिक नहीं होता। तो सेम टाइप का कोई भी डाटा है जो वो इधर उधर एकदम सीक्वेंस में नहीं है। So unorganized form data collected initially is called raw data. Second is organized data. What is organized data? So while handling a large data, we organize the data into group called class, interval or simply classes. Means कि if we have so lots of data, large data, then we organize data in groups. We divide the data into groups. Suppose the school is an example, because in school have so many students, and we divide the student in class wise, class first student, class second, class third, class fourth. So these are organizing data. So these class interval or simply classes. Every class is represented in the form L minus U, where L is called lower limit and U is called upper limit. Lower means small value and U means upper limit means large value, largest value. So every data is represented in the form L dash U, is lower to upper. So L means lower limit and U means upper limit. Next is class size. It is the difference of the upper limit and the lower limit of a class symbolical. This is I is equal to U minus L. So what is the class size? We subtract lower limit from upper limit to find the class size. Next is class frequency. It is the number of observation which fall under the class. So frequency means number of observation, how many number in class. Suppose 5 to 10. So how many number in 5 to 10? So this is so the class size is 10, because 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. And how many numbers related between 5 to 10? So this is the class frequency and class size. Now the class mark. It is the mean of the lower limit and the upper limit of the class. So we look at x is equal to L plus U upon 2. So class mark is a mean of lower limit and upper limit. So how to find mean? We add both value and divide by 2. We add lower limit and upper limit value L plus U upon 2 and divide by 2 to find the mean. Next is continuous grouped frequency distribution. So it is distribution in which the classes are written with their corresponding frequency without any gap. Upper limit of the class interval is the same as the lower limit of the next class interval. Generally it has 5 to 10 classes. A table showing the frequency of various classes is called a frequency distribution table. Means continuous grouped frequency distribution, यानी लगातार जो frequency है तो ग्रुप में कंटिन्यूस कैसे करेंगे? सो इट इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इन विच द क्लासेस आर रिटेन विद देयर करस्पॉन्डिंग फ्रिक्वेंसी, मीन्स कंटिन्यू फ्रिक्वेंसी 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30. So these are continuous frequency without any gap. So here no any gap because in this frequency have 5 class size and regularly, not any given any gap. Suppose 5 to 10 and 10 to 15, so no any gap here, and 15 to 20. Suppose we write 10 to 20 and 25 to 35, then here's gap. So upper limit of the class interval is the same as the lower limit of the next class interval. Suppose we write 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20 and 20 to 25. So student, here the upper limit is the first interval in the lower limit of the second. So we count 10 in this interval, not this upper limit. So here we count 5 to 9 and here to 10 to 14, here to 14 to 19, here to 20 to 24. Now histograms. What is histogram? It is a graphical representation of a continuous grouped frequency distribution in the form of rectangle with classes as based on x-axis and the corresponding frequency as height, there being no gap between any two successive rectangles. So histogram is, it is a graphical representation, means same as bar graph but of a continuous grouped frequency. Suppose we have two data in grouped, so we show the data with histograms with graphically. Suppose this type, and here have no any gap from here to here. This is the class interval and this is the on rectangle shape. From the rectangle with classes as based on x-axis, the corresponding frequency as height. So height means depend on their class size. There's height. There being no gap between any two successive rectangles. So suppose these are the, here no any gap between these. We draw continuous successive. This is the rectangle shape and we draw the continuous, no any gap between this. Thus unlike bar graph, histograms are continuous bars with no gap between any two adjacent bar. Data must be grouped into class interval of equal width. जो भी डाटा है क्लास इंटरवल में होना मस्ट है एंड इक्वल ग्रुप. सपोज 5 to 10, so here's 5 class size, so all class size have 5. So this is the property. Now next is pie chart. Pie chart or circle graphs. So it is a pictorial representation of the numerical data in the form of sector of a circle. It shows the relationship between a whole and its part. The whole circle is divided into sector. The size of each sector is proportional to the information or activity is represented. So to draw the data, we draw the circle. We show the data into pie chart or circle graph. So we draw a sector according to the data. and it complete rectangle 360 degree. So according to data we separate the sector and show the data represent. In a pie chart, the center angle of a component is equal to value of component upon total value of all the component is multiply 360 degree. So with the help of this formula we can find the angle of the given data. Now chance and probability. Chance and probability are related to real life. So probability are related to real life means any work, what is the probability to complete that work. Random experiment. A random experiment is one whose outcome result cannot be predicted exactly in advance. Exactly in advance. So a random experiment is one whose outcome means we not confirm and we not know what is the outcomes, and random experiment means अचानक से कोई भी आउटकम रिजल्ट आना ना. Trial. Performing a random experiment is called a trial. So this is called the trial. Performing a random experiment, ये कोई भी जो एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं परफॉर्म करते हैं that process is called trial. Event. The collection of some or all possible outcomes. Result is called an event. That is one or more outcomes of an experiment make an event. So the collection of sum of all possible outcomes. Suppose when we throw a dice, the all possible outcomes is 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the outcome result is called an event. So that are called events. So that is one or more outcomes of an experiment make an event. So when a dice throw, then that outcomes are 6. So all outcomes are an experiment make an event. So these are event. Equally likely outcomes. Outcomes of an experiment are equally likely if each has the same chance of occurring. Means कोई भी outcome में the same outcomes come. When the same outcomes come, that is equally likely outcomes. Elementary event. An outcome of a random experiment is called an elementary event. An outcome of a random experiment जो suddenly random experiment किया, that is elementary event. Theoretical probability. The probability of happening of an event E denoted by PE is PE यानी probability of event is equal to number of favorable outcomes or elementary event and total number of outcomes elementary. Now suppose we understood with the help of example. Suppose a coin, when we tossed any coin, then that condition to outcomes is 2, head or tail, but in one times only come one outcome. So the probability of chance is 1 upon 2, head or tail. So it is a favorable outcomes and it is a total outcomes. So PE is equal to, in short form, PE is equal to M upon N, where P is greater than or equal to 0 and smaller and equal to 1. Now favorable elementary event. an elementary event E is favorable of to a compound event A if the event A occur when E is an outcome of a trial. So an elementary event E is a favorable to a compound event if the event A occur when E is the outcomes of a trial. यानी फेवरेबल एलिमेंट्री क्या होती है कि कोई भी एलिमेंट्री इवेंट ई एलिमेंट्री भी डिनोटेड एलिमेंट्री इवेंट टू ई एंड फेवरेबल टू अ कंपाउंड, यानी बहुत सारे जब इवेंट होते हैं देन एज अकर व्हेन ई इज़ द आउटकम. सो उसके जो आउटकम्स आते हैं आउटकम्स आएंगे देन वो परफॉर्म करेंगे ट्रायल के उसमें. जैसे कि कोई भी आउटकम्स वी नो डैट व्हाट इज़ द outcomes but it is limit the probability of outcome. Suppose the deck of card means 52 cards in a deck, so the probability of outcomes is 52 out of 52. So in one times one probability, suppose the black card probability is half because half is red card, half is black card. So these are the some important fact, rules and formulas. So students read carefully and with the help of these facts we solve the chapter 5 data handling. Thank you.